Well, unfortunately, the men haven't done quite so well this year, but and the women's first grade got close to the semi-finals, but it's these guys behind me. They've got a semi-finals weekend against Western Suburbs who finished on top. Robyn Medley is a captain. How are you, Rob?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Hey, listen, I just said they were at the top of the ladder, but you two sides have had some ding-dong battles. Last weekend, probably a little bit too strong, but you beat them earlier in the year as well. I think, and in the T20 as well. It's always been a close game. It's something about
Yeah,
the Seagulls and the Bulldogs.
100%. Yeah, there's always a rivalry when we play against them. Always a good competition, so it should be interesting to see what happens this weekend.
The under 19 girls brought home the chocolates in the Kirby Short final. So the women's game, I mentioned that the first grade obviously bowed out in the 50 over game, but the 20 overs close to the semi final. So the women's game at the Nest is wow. How about that? Pretty good, eh? Good to be part of.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. It's so good to be around the girls and be able to achieve that all together.
Mate, last weekend, what is it? So West won the toss and sent you guys in, is that right? And it's been the flavour of the game between you guys. Whoever wins the toss likes to put the opposition in the bat first. Why is that, do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't know. It's quite interesting because I think we prefer to have a bowl first, but
Yep.
just looking at our team and how we thought would be able to work together, I think having a bat was what we wanted to do. So if we were to win the toss, we were going to have a bat either way.
Hmm.
I guess just with their bowling dynamics, they did really well and definitely capitalized on us.
And
But
the
I
home
think
unit, yeah, go on.
either way, I think like whether we have a bat or have a bowl, we definitely can execute correctly if we put our minds to it.
Most certainly, most certainly. It seems the home ground advantage. Obviously, you beat them at Ian Droney, I think it was, and then obviously Graceville last week. You're on Graceville number one of the on the main wicket out there. Weather permitting, of course, but fingers crossed
Yeah.
we don't get denied there. Any changes from last week's side to this weekend side?
I think there's a couple. I haven't looked at it completely
Okay.
yet just because I've been looking at uni.
Shh. West might be listening.
We'll have to keep it a surprise.
Totally, totally. University of Queensland, obviously, won't worry about those guys. So you're playing 11 o'clock, Graceville number one against Western Suburbs. You're the skipper of the side, Robyn. Do you change anything? Let's go with some cliches. Give it 110%, treat it like any other game. We don't worry about the opposition. What else have you got in cliche land that you can give me?
I think just focus on our own game. Don't worry about them. We know how to play cricket, so we just need to do our thing and we'll definitely be able to enjoy it. If we enjoy it, I think we're definitely going to play well and just do our best. I think that's all I can ask from the girls.
But as you said, you do your best. You're up against the best. You beat the best. I don't think you fear Western Suburbs.
No, definitely not.
They should fear this
100%. A
lot. Look at them. Ferocious.
little bit.
Ferocious. They're
Yeah.
a brutal, hungry, bloodthirsty bunch of cricketers right there. The Bulldogs, look out. This one here, the spin bowling, unbelievable. Absolutely the Earl of Twirl, most certainly. So
Yeah.
nothing to fear. It's a great bunch, isn't it? I mean, from the under
Oh,
19s all the way
definitely.
up. Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun. I love hanging out with the girls, seeing the girls, like whether it's at training at games or even just like outside of cricket. They're just all a good bunch of girls and we all just enjoy one another's company, which I think is really important.
We talk about wet weather and all that sort of stuff. Now, look, I can assure you, let's play devil's advocate here. You go ahead, you make it into the semi-final, you win the semi-final. It's going to rain like you would not believe from Belinda Warrilo's face. It will be awash with tears of absolute joy. She's a big part of the nest, isn't she? And she really wears her heart on her sleeve, and she certainly brings that to the Sea Eagles women's side, doesn't she?
Oh, 100%, yeah. She's like an absolute inspiration. It's so good to have her around the girls. Like everyone looks forward to seeing her. It just like brings a smile to everyone's face when she comes down to our games and we get to have a chat to her.
Mm. Yeah, well, yeah, if anybody's going to fear, apart from this mob, Western Suburbs should worry about B on the sidelines. I can assure you right now, if things go wrong, it's anyway. Hey, listen, Robyn. Listen, congratulations! It's a wonderful year. Obviously, you got studies. You've got cricket. It's been a long, long summer. You've done fantastically well. You've done the She Eagles proud, both for men's and women's. And look, the whole nest is going to be behind you girls this weekend up against Western Suburbs. It's out at Graceville. If you're not doing anything on Sunday, get out there at 11 o'clock, cheer on the girls, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week before the final.
Yeah, sounds good.
No, you're on. Go get them.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you.